If there is one message that I want you to take away from this video, it is this: never let a crisis go to waste. This is one of my favorite quotes by John F. Kennedy, and the reason why I love it so much is because it challenges us to be proactive in the face of adversity. In his commencement speech to the graduating class at Yale University on June 1962, JFK said this: "Never let a crisis go to waste. Let every crisis be a defining moment, such as those occasions in our past when we have really been tested and risen to the occasion. For in retrospect, the periods of our history in which we have really grown as a nation have been precisely those times when we have faced a challenge to our security or to our values or to our very existence." What he means by this is that any time we face a setback, an obstacle, or a crisis, we should leverage it as an opportunity for growth, change, and progress. There's this famous quote by Winston Churchill, who was the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom during World War II. He said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." We can apply this to almost anything in life. If you want to become a successful version of yourself, whether it's losing weight, becoming financially free, getting your dream job, improving your health, or building a business, you will encounter obstacles and setbacks along the way. But it's how you respond to these situations that truly determines whether or not you will succeed. One of the most common mistakes that people make is they get caught up in the emotion of their failures. When something doesn't go our way or we don't get the result that we want, we feel disappointed, frustrated, angry, sad, or even ashamed. And if we dwell on these emotions for too long, it will cause us to give up on our goals. Winston Churchill understood this, which is why he said, "The trick is to go from one success to another, to learn from your failures and to try again." The word "again" in this sentence is very important, because without a doubt, if you want to achieve anything in life, you are going to fail at some point. The question is, will you give up? Or will you embrace your failure, learn from it, adjust, and do it again? To answer this question, let us talk about someone who has embraced the power of failure and turned it into success. J.K. Rowling. She is the author of the Harry Potter series, one of the best-selling book series of all time, with over 500 million copies sold worldwide. But before she achieved this success, she went through a period of prolonged failure and hardship. Rowling was a single mother who had just graduated from university. She was living in London and struggling to make ends meet while trying to write a children's book. She was rejected by multiple publishers and was even denied benefits by the British government because she wasn't poor enough. Feeling trapped and desperate, she considered ending her own life. However, instead of giving up, she used this low point in her life as fuel to keep writing. Eventually, she finished the first Harry Potter book and sent it to a publisher. It took a year to find an agent, but ultimately the series became a massive success. Today, Rowling is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Not only did she overcome incredible odds, but she also found a way to turn her personal struggles into something beautiful and inspiring for millions of people around the world. Her story is a testament to the power of embracing failure and using it to fuel your success. Now, I want to ask you a question. What has been your biggest failure in life? Maybe it's a failed relationship, a missed opportunity, or a dream that didn't come true. Whatever it is, I want you to think about that for a moment and consider what you could have done differently to make a different outcome happen. When we experience failure, it's natural to feel a range of emotions like disappointment, self-doubt, and even despair. But it's important to remember that failure is a normal part of the human experience. No one achieves success without experiencing a significant amount of failure along the way. Instead of letting these negative emotions consume you, I encourage you to use them as a source of motivation to improve and do better next time. Analyze your past failures to understand what went wrong and what you can do differently in the future. Embrace the lessons learned and use them to guide your actions moving forward. Remember, it's not the number of times you fall that defines you, but rather your ability to get back up and keep moving forward. With resilience and determination, you can turn your failures into stepping stones towards ultimate success. As a mental coach, I often work with clients who are struggling to achieve their goals. And one of the biggest challenges that I see is their inability to embrace failure. Many people are afraid to take risks or step outside of their comfort zones because they fear failure. But I help them understand that failure is not something to be feared, but rather something to be embraced. When we remove the fear of failure, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities and potential. So here are 5 steps that you can follow to help you embrace failure and turn it into success. First, you must define what success means to you. Before you can start working towards a goal, you need to know what you're aiming for. So take the time to reflect on what that success looks like to you. Is it a specific accomplishment, a certain level of income, or a particular lifestyle? Once you have a clear definition of success, you can start to develop a plan to achieve it. Next, you must set realistic goals. Setting realistic goals is essential to achieving success. Goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. They provide a roadmap for achieving success and help you stay focused and motivated. When setting goals, it's important to be realistic and consider your resources, constraints, and potential obstacles. By setting realistic goals, you increase your chances of success and reduce the likelihood of becoming discouraged or giving up. Third, you must take action. Taking action is crucial to achieving success. Procrastination and inaction can hinder your progress and prevent you from reaching your goals. Start by taking small steps towards your goals and gradually build up from there. Celebrate your accomplishments along the way to stay motivated. Remember that success is rarely achieved overnight and that consistency and persistence are key to achieving your goals. Fourth, you must be adaptable. Adaptability is key to achieving success. Unexpected changes and challenges can occur. So, it's important to be flexible and willing to adjust your plans accordingly. Don't be afraid to take risks and explore new opportunities, and learn from your mistakes and failures. By being adaptable and open to new ideas, you can navigate unexpected changes and challenges and still achieve your goals. And fifth, you must never give up. Never giving up is essential to achieving success. Obstacles and setbacks are inevitable, but it's important to stay persistent and keep moving forward. Believe in yourself and your ability to succeed, and don't let anyone else's negativity or skepticism bring you down. Success is often the result of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. By never giving up, you can achieve your goals and live a fulfilling and successful life. As a mental coach, I have seen firsthand the power of embracing failure and the importance of never giving up. My clients who are able to embrace failure and learn from their mistakes are the ones who achieve the greatest success. I encourage you to do the same. Embrace your failures, learn from them, and keep moving forward towards your goals. Remember, success is not final and failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. So don't be afraid to fail. Failure is just another excuse to get back up. Learn from your mistakes and try again. It's all part of the journey towards success. So keep going and never give up on your dreams. I hope this video has inspired you to embrace failure and use it to fuel your success. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Subscribe to my channel for more videos on mental coaching, personal development, and achieving success. Thank you for watching.